What's up, royalty? How you guys doing? How are my friends? I hope you guys had a great holiday season. Hope if you don't celebrate any holidays that it was just peaceful anyway. Today's video, as you can see from the title, is about recognizing toxic friends and getting rid of them. So I know that a lot of people use the new year as a way to revamp their lives, to create resolutions and create new habits in their lives, and to kind of get rid of the old and bring in some new. Now, sometimes the old can be some friends or relationships that don't serve you anymore. And sometimes you can't tell whether or not someone isn't good for you, but these are some things you can look out for so that you know, you exhibit this, maybe you are toxic. So, in 2019, I definitely had to drop some friends, not in like a harsh way. I just had to like separate myself from toxic people. Something that I noticed was that it is not good to be around someone who is jealous of you. Now, a lot of people won't say that they're openly jealous because that would mean that they would have to expose their insecurity, whatever it is that they're jealous of you for. They would have to expose themselves and tell you. Chances are they're not good for you. So these are ways that you can tell if somebody's jealous. If they see you looking good and they're not happy for you, they're jealous. If you succeed in something and they're mad, but they don't tell you like, "Oh, I don't think you deserve that," because of course they're supposed to be your friend, they're supposed to be your significant other. Let's not get it twisted. Significant others could be jealous of you too. They could be jealous of your success, of your popularity, of anything, really, anything that anyone else could be jealous of you about. You can tell when someone's jealous of you. And I found that if you even think that somebody is jealous of you, they probably are. Because someone who isn't going to exude that energy. You're not going to confuse jealousy for something else. And that's not somebody that you want to have in your life, because who knows what that jealous person is going to do because they're jealous. They might be like, "Oh, I'm mad that you have that dude, so I'm gonna have sex with that dude," or "I'm mad that you have that car, so I'm gonna put holes in your tires," or "I'm mad that all these people like you, so I'm gonna spread rumors about you." That's just not good energy to have around you, because if someone says they're your friend or your significant other and they're low-key jealous of you, that means they have access to you. They have access to your secrets. They have access to your person and, information about you. And someone who's jealous of you should not be that close to you, because they can be the ones that hurt you the worst. So another thing that I noticed was through my own experiences with, toxic people, is that they're not kind to you. And not all relationships or friendships are in a way that is like, people are, boosting you up all the time. That's the type of friends that I have, but not necessarily the type of friends that you have. So whatever seems right in the realm of your friendship or your relationship with that person, if they are just mean, if they are constantly condescending, if they are always sarcastic, or not characteristically so, but just in a way that when they deal with you, it's like they're just rude, that's them showing you, like, low key, even if they're pretending to be your friend, they don't like you. And why be friends with someone who doesn't like you? That don't make no damn sense. Ain't no damn sense. So, going along with the jealous part, they don't seem genuine. So when you are succeeding and they congratulate you, it's like, yes, congrats. I'm so happy for you. Yeah. Yeah. I really wanted you to win that. I didn't want it. I wanted you to have it. When someone's not being genuine. You can feel the energy, and that's what's so interesting about energies. Like, they really don't lie to you. Like, if someone doesn't want to see you, you'll know. There's no accidental slip of energy where someone who really wants to see you is going to slip up and act like they don't want to see you. You know what I mean? And not to get too much into drama, but that's the type of toxic energy that I was receiving from somebody that I had to leave behind, or leave them where they were, not behind. We're all moving forward somewhere, but I had to leave them where they were, because they just genuinely, I seem to evoke some type of negative feeling in them, And so they expressed that, and it just wasn't, it's not the vibe. It's really not the vibe. When you see your friend, when you see your significant other, it should be nothing but, like, it should be good times. It should be good vibes. So if that's not what's happening, then, and if it's never like that, I understand that people have rough patches, but if it's literally like consistently not a good time because they seem to not like you, then what's the use in maintaining something like that? Another thing is, if you find that you listen to your friend or you listen to your significant other, they could talk, you're listening like, yes, what that happened, that's crazy. You listening to their stories, listening to them every time they want to say something to you, you hear them. But when you start talking and all of a sudden they have ADD and they can't pay attention, they're not looking at you, they're not engaging in the conversation, that means they don't care. They don't care. That's flat out. Like, if someone really cares what you have to say, they will show you that they care what you have to say. Look at the signs. Like, really, they're not paying attention to you when you speak. They don't ask about you. They don't inquire about you or your life or your day or how you're feeling. It's completely one-sided. That is not healthy. That is not friendship. That is not a relationship. That is one-sided, and that's not what we're doing in 2020. We're not doing that whole, I gotta hit you up every time for us to talk. We're not doing that. I gotta jump into the conversation just to have a word in. Some friends are like that, but if your friend isn't taking the time to say, you know what, we've been talking about me a lot. What's up with you? Or, thank you so much for listening to me talk about this and go through this. I'm really glad I could talk to you about this. Is there anything that I can help you with? Anything you want to get off your chest? If that's not happening, bring it up. First, bring it up, because some people don't realize, some people really don't realize. But if you bring it up and nothing is done, what you gonna do? Like, you tell me. You think that's a toxic friend, or am I bugging? Oh, yes, we have identified some ways to spot a toxic friend or significant other, but now we have to address, how do we deal with that person? Now, this is after we've seen the signs, addressed the signs, and nothing has changed. What I did was, I just slowly stopped hanging out with the friend, because at some point they're gonna catch what you're saying, especially if it's in relation to what you have been addressing with them. Like, hey bro, you don't listen to me when I talk to you. They're gonna notice, okay, they don't really want to hang out with me anymore. When they start reaching out to hang out and you're like, nah, I'm good. After about like the third time, I think they'll start to notice, like, okay, I guess I should stop asking. And that's easy. I don't recommend that if it's like a significant other, or if you haven't addressed anything with them yet, or given them a chance to redeem themselves, because then it just comes off as cold and messed up, especially if it's a significant other. I do not recommend any type of relationship ending like that unless it's literally like harmful to you. Like, if that person is manipulating you or hurting you physically, just go. But if you still care about the person, you just don't think that they're right for you in your life at this time, I would say, hey, I noticed that when I interact with you, I don't feel good, or I don't feel love from you. I don't feel warmth from you. I don't feel the genuine kindness from you. And I brought this up before, and there's really nothing that I could do about it now except go our separate ways. I hope you understand, but for the best thing for me is to not be around you anymore. And it may come off as harsh, but like, it is what it is. Like, it literally is what it is. You are responsible for your own energy, your own feelings, and if you're willingly interacting with people that are blatantly toxic, then at that point, it's you. If you can peep that, then you can leave that. But if you continue to stay, even after you've made yourself clear about what it is that you feel, and they don't seem to care, they don't seem to want to change, there's nothing left to do. There's so many people in the world. There's so many people in the world that will mesh with you, that will get you on the first try. You don't have to put up with people that don't want to listen to you. You don't have to put up with any of that. You don't have to put up with any negative energy that you don't want to deal with. And that's the energy that we're going to keep in 2020. So I hope that if you realize that somebody might be that toxic person in your life, don't be afraid to let them go, because I promise you, you won't miss them. Like you'll actually feel better. You know, not that you'll feel negatively towards them. You really don't have to feel negatively towards someone to have to cut them off. But you'll notice that things flow better. Life seems more peaceful. You know, there's no point in the day where you're just like, oh, I gotta deal with so-and-so again. You know, you don't have to. You never had to. And now you know. And if you're watching this video and you're realizing that you might be the toxic person, that you realize that you don't listen to your friends sometimes when they talk, or that sometimes you could be a little bit jealous, even if you think you haven't shown it, work on that. Work on that. Please work on that. Go out of your way to think, one, do I care about this person? Because if you don't care, then it doesn't matter. You should move on to someone else that you do care about, because you don't need to be negative in someone's life. You don't need to do that. Like, just stop and go. But if you do care about this person, but you just really feel like you're not being the best friend, the best partner to them, take some time to yourself, and especially with the jealousy thing, really ask yourself, what is it that you are jealous of, and where that insecurity stems from within you. And see if you can fix that. See if you can fix any of that stuff. You know, if you feel like you're not kind enough to people, those things you can control and you can change it. But, you know, don't beat yourself up, because sometimes we all get a little jealous. Sometimes we all get a little self-centered. I hope you guys like this video. Please send this to your friends who need to hear it, or if you're trying to if you're trying to be petty and you don't want to tell your friend that they're toxic, send them this video. If they're the toxic friend, send them the video. Be like, you know, I saw this video and I really thought that I thought it was funny, you know. But yeah, please subscribe, please like, please follow me on my social media, because I really see you guys as friends. I'm pretty sure most of you are my friend. Even if you're not my friend, you're my friend. So we're all royalty out here. Have a blessed day, because you already are. I'll see y'all later.